First things first, let's see what a PowToon actually is. You can use as many slides as you want. You can make your slides longer, shorter. You can do them however you want. Let's go ahead and get into it. I started a new PowToon. Once you sign up for PowToon, it's free. There is a paid. For some of the features, you do have to pay, but you can have access to all of the features. They'll just have a blue lock on them in your presentation, as I showed in that one. So it really doesn't matter. If I continue using as much as I did for the past few days, I will probably purchase the other features. But there's plenty to do with the free. What you want to do is start a new PowToon. I clicked on start from scratch, a blank, and you come in here, and this is slide 1. This is what comes up. This is where you control everything down here at the bottom. You have your timeline, which is what dictates when everything comes in. So up here on the right, you have your toolbar, layouts. You have some pre-made layouts if you like to use those. Pre-made backgrounds if you'd like to use those. There's the classroom. There's the a den area. But you can at any time and with anything you can upload your own. Whenever you upload an image into PowToon, that saves it in your library. These are all the ones that I have used just playing around. So let's go ahead. If I wanted to use the UWG logo, I could, or I could use anything, really anything from the internet, anything that you take. I took many of these. So here's the newsroom at my school, so we'll just use that. Library, this is where you find your guys and gals, your objects, your emoji, anything like that is over here. Lots of different stuff to play with. Let's go ahead and get a phone in here. Let's go ahead and get some characters in here. We got this guy. I'm going to give the room a little depth. Make him smaller. It's so user friendly. Everything that you imagine you should do to make it work is exactly how it works. You click on him, he pops up, you grab him, you slide him around, you use the corners, of course, to adjust the size. I don't want to make him too much smaller because he's in front. Here you flip him. Here you can set animation settings, how many times you want him to wave. We'll go up here to the animation. We're going to make him very happy. And got to flip him again. This guy right here, not so happy. Going to make him angry. We're going to leave the phone there just for the heck of it. And then we can use our text bubbles. There's so many different ways to do text bubbles. You can go to objects, and they have some fancy ones. Or you can go to back up to library. They got some more of your standard issue. So let's go here. And this is the guy talking. He's so happy. And we want to know why he's happy. Just click text. Now, it doesn't matter where. This is the good thing about PowToon. It doesn't matter where you put anything. You can move it wherever you want and size it however you like. I got the job, Bob. And so we're just going to grab it, bring it up here to, if I needed to adjust it, which maybe just a little bit, shrink it down. Or, hello, I'll make the text bubble a little bigger. There we go. And it's just little tedious things like that. Come back over. We don't know what's wrong with this guy. Back to objects. Let's find him another. I'm sorry, let's go back to the library. I don't want those fancy bubbles. There we go. Maybe he's angry, but he's not going to say it out loud. Flip this. A little too big. Bring in another text. I imagine if students doing this with book summaries, they can have as many slides as they'd like. They could do an analysis of a scene. They could do a summary of a chapter, and they could add music. You could have students analyze a scene, author method, structural method. They could put music that matches the scene and explain it. There's just so much to be done with this. And this guy hates him. Alright. Now, this is how you control it. Everything when it comes in is controlled with the timeline. So if I click on Phil, he comes in at 2 seconds. If I click on Bob, he comes in, you see, at 1 second. This very simple. This is how you control when he comes in. Maybe I want Bob to come in at half a second. No. I want Bob to come in at 1.5. I want the phone just to pop up right after we start at half a second, and you see it will remain there throughout the slide. If I want the phone to disappear at a certain time for no reason at all, it can disappear at 9 seconds. So Phil comes in at 2. Bob, his bubble comes up at 3. We'll go at 2.5. His text comes up at 3. You see it keeps it in a general order for you. That's when I want everything to come up. And just for the heck of it, we're going to have somebody try to stop these guys. So let's get, I don't know, moderately younger Tom Cruise. He is going to come in for no reason, just show that you can do whatever you want. And he's going to come in at 7. Alright, so for the sake of time, let's just see this. Oh, and music. Down here, you can click on this musical note icon, or come over here. Everything's in the toolbar. PowToon is one of the rare softwares where you can very easily put on simultaneous recordings. You can have a voiceover, and you can have music that you can play lower in the background at the same time. A lot of software does not do that, so let's see this thing. You see everything comes in exactly at the Tom's coming. There he is. And then it moves on. You move on to the next slide, and the next, and the next. You add a slide. You can make the slides longer than 10 seconds, shorter than 10 seconds. It's up to you. So much to do with this software. Just play around with it. It makes presentation, and it's a learning experience by itself, but it's what you can do with it is amazing. Thanks for watching.